Yo, what's up, wonderful family of KSS? Welcome to another special edition of the KSS Showbiz with me, Her Excellency Nana Fuswa. I do not know why, but I am very excited about today's very show. Maybe because of one or two people on the shows, but trust me, today is going to be very interesting. And so I'll urge all of you to like, comment, share so that others can also join the fun. This is Showbiz on KSS. And before I go on, I'll introduce my guest. Today we have another new face on the show. But before I introduce him, I'm going to go straight over to Long John the blogger. Hi, Long John.
Hello.
How you doing?
Well.
Charlie, check like today, you make cool, calm, collected, be like that. But later, you go hear boom, boom, and things. I beg, today reduce and we know they want hear boom for here.
Normal.
How have you been?
Doing great. Yourself?
I'm good. I'm very good. Hi, Coca.
Hello.
Coca there, like I always say, he doesn't need any JJ movie. Coca is and will always be Coca. Everybody's number one. And then seated next to me is Kwadwo Dankwa. Kwadwo Dankwa is a media personality, a very renowned one, for that matter, with Kesben Media Group. Hi, Kwadwo.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm okay. You're looking good.
Oh.
You're going to say I look good, right?
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
It's good to have you.
Myself, and it's good to be here. This is my first time. Anyway.
In fact, let me use this platform to thank you specially for coming.
No
You know, inviting you, I was contemplating. Hey, you could just busy schedules.
I will come.
I'm so happy you came. Thank you so much. And we look forward to having you lots of the times.
Sure.
Thank you. Quickly, before we get into our topic for discussion, let's look at a minute around the world of our creative and, tourism industry. A lot of things has been happening, quite interesting, and a bit of sad news here and there. You know, I've been thinking about how people have chosen to, be violent. But starting with violence, this week, a few days ago, there was this picture of an immigration officer who was reportedly missing from the 4th of July. And yesterday, his body was found. His body was identified by his brother in the person of Mr. Akwesi Amoako, who confirmed his lifeless body, which was wrapped in a woolen carpet and set alight. Just say, then bend the man, Grebuka, along the, this one I wrote up na Aboom Abokobi Road, yeah. And it is alleged that he had some business deal with a friend of his, a very close friend of his. Like I said, it's alleged. And it happened that his friend promised to get, we also have close friends and relatives of his, jobs in the various government institutions. And at the long run, they had to pay some monies to his friend. They waited, and then after 6 months, when there was no show, the said man who has lost his life was arrested. Yes, because menace they searched them money, and so he had to, whichever way, get their money for them. And in a report by the family, they claimed that his friend invited him to a place so he can get his money. And while he was going to meet his friend, he sent a text to his wife, updating her on where they were to meet. He later sent another text to his wife and updated her on how the gentleman, his friend, had asked them to meet at a different location, which is his house. And that was the last they heard of him until they received a very strange text message from his phone claiming that his friend whom he was supposed to meet has given him 500,000 cedis out of 200,000 cedis, which was the money he was supposed to pay. And to them, it didn't make sense. And so they reported to the police. And then after a long search, his body was found. As I speak to you now, his friend is in the police custody assisting investigations. That is a very sad one there. And condolences to the families involved. Moving on to my next story, Moliy of Shake It to the Max fame has taken onto the social media platform X, to be precise, to express her disconcern about, her being body shamed on social media. A lot of people talking about the fact that she has full power and talking about her body and all of that. Now, she went straight onto X and she said that she has a simple message for all of you now. Whether you troll her or not, she says, I should tell you that the more you try to body shame her, the more she and her full power pull up with the sexiness. She added that, just tell me that's what you want to see, because I don't know why we're going back and forth about this. She added, please. This is from Moliy. I do not, and Ifia Odor has also joined her, to raise concern about how people tend to, for no special reason, body shame people. We all cannot be the same. Some have got BBL and other stuff, so that is their choice. If I decide to be natural and be me, I do not see why you should body shame me. And so that is from Moliy to those of you body shaming her. Now, in our next story, legendary sound engineer Apietus has relocated to the UK to continue his music journey. He says that he is grateful to Ghana because he is who he is now because of Ghanaians and our support. He stated that his decision to relocate to the UK is mainly to take Ghana sound global, to the rest of the world. Yes. He said that considering how Afrobeat has become, the thing for everybody now, and he being, one person who has been producing sounds of that style, he believes that this is the time to move out of his comfort zone, get into the UK, and take Ghanaian sound global. Now, the next story, Igbo Kingdom Wahala. It gets heated. We all, in the past week, there's been this Igbo talk of one Nigerian by name Mr. Jude Chukwudi, who happens to be the president of the Igbo Kingdom, let me say the king or whatever title he is of the Igbo Kingdom, claimed he has acquired over 50 acres of land around Ningo Pram, where the proposed Igbo Kingdom is to be set up. Now, a lot of media personalities have raised concerns. They're asking government to take actions. Honorables, some George, some Nate has come out to this feels those claims, and then a lot of media personalities have also stood up to condemn that. They are asking that the government see to it that this does not happen. Now, the funny part of this whole story is how some netizens have decided to go back to October 2022, bring back videos and pictures of when Empress Gifty was named chief of the Igbo land. Yes, and they are asking her to call her people to order. And so, Empress, this is from netizens to you. Please do the needful. Now to our final story. The National Cathedral Board, has denied claims or reports by the government that the National Cathedral is to be converted into the National Cultural Convention Center. That is going to be our topic for discussion today. Honorable Koku Anyido, who has also stated that he thinks we should go beyond politics and, look at the brighter side of things instead of watching that everything gets rotting. If there's something that can be done, if it is not the cathedral and something else can be done about it, why not? I'm going to start with Koka.
Yeah.
Koka, what do you think? Do you agree with Koku Anyido?
No, I'll say hello to all our people and our fans, Charlie. More of them to everybody. Energy day for all. But what we need to understand that we need to put everything aside and ask ourselves, what will be the bigger picture for Ghana?
Right.
How will this benefit? If you look at our creative revenue, in 2024, we made 4.2, I think $4.5 billion, $1 million. That is what we did. And if the Cathedral alone can give us $4 million a year, and our structures and systems can be better, our creatives and other people, tourism and other people can make money.
When you say the Cathedral alone can give us $4 million?
Because it is a tourist site.
Okay.
It's a tourist site. If you look at the whole package, there are different types of operational things that the Cathedral will hold at a go. Okay. Like the way the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum is, there are different things that will be doing it. So we should look at the economic impact and the benefits that will come to everybody. We should look at that one and then put things aside. I mean, the creatives needs to work. Right. The Christendom needs to hold something. They need to see today the weather is changing. A time will come where we can go to the banquet hall to do stuff. We will need to hold something. A time will come that one of our statesmen will need a place for a state purpose, state burial, any other thing, wedding and anything, and it can serve that purpose. And when it comes, it can help so that we do renovation, so that the pressure on the National Theatre and other places can be taken off, and the capacity is also bigger than the National Theatre, the Conference Center, and the Banquet Hall, so that these places will be renovated. Let's look at what can be done, how it should be done, where the funds should come from. Okay. And it is something we should demand. It's something we should push for. We should urge for. We should demand the creatives need a tool that can give us revenue.
Wow. Coca, let me take this from what you said. Now, looking at the National Cathedral.
Yes.
The National Cathedral, the main purpose of that project is going to serve, the National Cathedral is going to serve as a national worship center. Let me put it that way. Now, is it possible for the place to serve as a sacred place and then also carrying out creative purposes effectively? Is there not going to be like conflict? I do not know how that is going to happen, but in your opinion, don't you think that, you know, having a cathedral, this is like the national place of worship, and then that same place, I know that we have other centers that serves several purposes, but this, the main purpose of this is to serve as a national worship center, okay, a place of worship.
I mean, if you read the overview about it, the National Cathedral is to bring several potential benefits, including religious tourism, national unity, and economic benefits.
Right.
If you look at it, it becomes a pilgrim site. The economic opportunities are providing jobs, facility management, tourism, hospitality, and related sectors. Increase tourism revenue.
Okay.
The national unity and the spiritual significance. A national gathering place, interdenominational worship, symbol of national identity, educational purposes, potential for all this, the cost of funding, the privatization. These are where the issues are. But Yesu, also opinion.
Okay.
Yesu, on she nipa oye, or she wakumamu. And if you are saying that, then there in Parliament, there can say
Menka say, so you see, Parliament is not a place that is it's not a place purposed for worship, okay? But we want to have the main goal.
We are too Christians to be Christ. Well, I beg, let's live normal life.
So if we're looking at living a normal life, then I think that converting the National Cathedral into a National Culture Convention Center,
then what happens to
change.
The 10,000 capacity at the trade fair, the National Convention Center?
Well, it won't change anything if we have more.
Listen, as Christians, we should try and patronize our own. We should have our own thing. We pride ourselves, we talk about ourselves, yeah, we make the world believe we know. But sometimes we should humble ourselves and sometimes do the things that for the future. I'll tell you, the National Theatre, it went through the same thing. It was Olympics training ground. It went through the same hassle. The pressure that was given to Rollins, the opposition and other things. Because now social media anyhow, and now because those things were not there, we think there are a lot of people who are writing things about the cathedral. So let's look at the economic benefits and let's look at how funding can be done and leave it. That was what I would say. What Christ thinks about us is what he thinks about us. Let's build a home where we can call a place we go for worship, a sanctuary, a program site that can bring us revenue. That's what I'm looking at.
Koka, I'll come back to you, but then let me move on to Kwadwo. Kwadwo, let me ask this: as a creative, which is your priority, spirituality or development?
When you say development, I'm saying
I mean in the creative space. So I am basing this question on the National Cathedral being converted into the National Convention Center. Now, others are saying that, especially people in the NDC, are being hypocritical because when there was a conversation of the National Cathedral, they spoke against it, and so they do not understand the sudden U-turn. Is it just that spirituality was not their priority, or they just did not understand the purpose of the cathedral?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I think that everybody understood what the cathedral was for. Again, Ghanaians understood the fact that it is for a singular person's promise, i.e., Omanpenyini, Dada, Awetwem. That was his promise.
Okay.
It was an independent promise to God. He made it public to the country that this is what Nanado, I want to do.
So you think it should have come from his pocket?
Obviously. I mean, if it is something that is coming from you, then we agree. Then we've set the table straight that it was something you wanted to do personally.
Okay.
It is more or less like saying, I will want to go to Osu Children's Home and go and donate when I come to the studio.
Okay.
Now, after coming here, I am soliciting support from people to then go and do the donation at Osu. That is the typical example of the cathedral. Okay? So if NDC was speaking against it, they were not speaking against it spiritually. Okay. They were not speaking against it because they hate Christianity. They were speaking against it because you made a vow that you were going to do it for your God independently. You understand? And not using state funds to do that. Okay. So when we find state funds siphoned into that particular project, we need to raise the red flags. Every Ghanaian needs to raise the red flag. Again, you come to the same Ghanaian to solicit through Momo that we should be paying for you to build. Okay?
Yeah.
We need to understand the fact that we have to complain. We need to agitate and understand the fact that what your intentions were is wrong.
Correct.
So let's set the foundation right.
Exactly.
Okay?
Precisely.
To the fact that you have to remove, sack, push our judges and even people who are supposed to have their offices in that particular area, you moved them.
Preach.
And at the same time, we were paying at the expense of the state.
True.
Okay? In making sure our judges have a place to sleep.
True.
That is what we need to set as a foundation.
You never lie.
So if we get it right, then we understand that if it was a personal thing, now turning to become a state thing, then we need to look into it again.
Thank you very much.
And if the present government wants to look into it and see reason that there's a shortfall when it comes to one of the biggest, area, sector, economy that we lack, that we feel that if we put in too much okay, will yield results. It will increase the said GDP that we need. Then what is the problem? By we not having a turn into seeing it becoming a whole, industry on its own.
But the National Cathedral was not going to be his personal property. It was for the state.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It has never been a state thing. It has always been a personal, promise to God.
Coca just read out
Yes.
everything, all purposes
But
that
of
the
course,
National Cathedral was going to serve.
when I want to set up a business, I will write a proposal. I will write what I really will want to do.
So you thought all of that's not...
These are proposals. These are things that is set into it to let us understand that they want to do. So if you're going out there to go and seek, okay, for investors, so be it. Go do it. We don't have a problem with that.
Thank you.
Even if you want to have a committee with, serious bishops and reverends and doctors and everybody as a committee because this is the president's thing, no problem. The point is that it is still doesn't raise the fact that it was your personal promise to God that you will want to build a cathedral for. So you should have even bought the land. You should have even bought the land.
True.
Okay, and paid the state.
True.
Lands Commission should have also told you that that land, we can't sell it to you. True. Even if you want to sell it, you're going to sell it maybe 4 million or 100 million or 22, 40 million dollars. So maybe you can buy.
Thank you.
And do it for your God.
Thank you.
Do you understand? If you have Archbishop Duncan having where his church is acting, if you see where lighthouses, is it lighthouse? If you see where ICGC is, they didn't come to we, the Ghanaians, to come and tell us that, this is what or government, that this is what I want to do, therefore you should give me this. You understand? So you don't use your own volition because you're in power, okay, to determine what you want to do for yourself. Okay, so it is still a personal promise that we need to make it clear. Then we can start the argument that we want to have.
I like this.
So if you understand that, then we can just move on and then see the needness of the
convention.
The convention.
Well, that we would look into it, but then the National Cathedral Board has come out to deny and all of those reports of the cathedral being converted into a national convention.
They are denying. Denying what?
They claim they are the board.
They are the board, under who? Board under who?
Since we have not officially heard,
Officially
there's
heard
a
from
new
who?
board from the present
the
government.
The state is telling you, the present government is telling you that this is what I intend doing with this.
New direction.
I'm giving you a new focus, a new direction, a new dimension. And you,
That's a thing.
that a board that was set up when? Previous government,
Yes.
still recognized under this present government.
Expired
Of course, till the
Hold on,
government comes out.
Hold on.
Okay.
Under the law, every board that was set up, okay, officially ceases
When a new government.
when a new government comes. Even when Nanado was on his first 4 years, after coming back again as the president, that previous 4 years, the board ceases
Right.
to be board, even in his own government. So who are they now to tell us that they still exist as a board, okay, for the National Cathedral?
So you think their statement doesn't hold any water?
But who and who are part of the board now?
You have Dr. Paul Opokumensa.
Uh-huh.
He released that statement.
He did.
Yes.
And where's his office? And he's still in the system. No, I'm coming. When the finance minister is being looked for by OSP
Right.
to come answer the very same cathedral issues, you have the audacity, you have what it takes to still issue statement to tell us that there's a board. When we are looking for the one who is holding on to the 58 million.
Oh, but I think
but
Coca-
what?
No, I mean,
what?
I want to get to the
We are looking for the one. We are looking for the one.
Let me correct that.
Hold on, we are looking for the one who took the 58.
What will be the cost of producing or building the cathedral? Juxtapose the revenue streams that will come. Have we done that analysis to go hard and say that, okay, A, B, C, D, doing the evaluation and cost benefit analysis, it is not worth it.
Okay.
Is that a reason why?
What is not worth it? The cathedral
It's not worth
or the
building.
convention?
No, it's a whether convention or whatever. The structure, the religious tourism edifice that wants to be put out there.
Okay.
That's what we need to look at.
And you think I want to get your argument.
My argument
think-
is it does not matter whether his personal or what. As a president, the decision he made.
He can decide on whatever he does with the state's fund.
Thank you.
So, how much money did he sink in?
I only know of the $58 million that was used to dig a hole.
Have you read the reports from Deloitte and Touche?
So
The
Deloitte
auditor
and
reports.
Touche, well, I think we'll have to come to you.
No. Have you
Listen,
read it? You see,
Coca, I have not read it.
Before we descend,
Okay.
let's use figures. We've mentioned
so you think
58
Deloitte
here.
and Touche has come out to clear
No,
that
but there's-
all
there
of those
is-
monies were not spent? Everything went into digging that hole.
You see, you need to read the reports, then you punch the holes in the right places.
There were no money spent.
But the monies were spent. But the monies. So read the report. You've not done the report, and you are accusing. I think. you
Coca,
are-
nobody is accusing
I think
anybody.
it will be
Nobody
fair
is
to say that
we are only saying
the Pentecost board chairman and all those elite pastors who were on the board that were attacked and were told they stole money and things. We need to exercise restraint. And I've told you, I have seen them at OSP's office a couple of times, and there is nothing that will come out of that because you need to do an audit. The audit will tell you where the money is. If somebody has embezzled, you will see. So let's focus on that. And if you can't do a quantitative analysis about this, it will be strange. Because if you take the 24-hour economy document that has 8 pillars, that is looking at 4 billion. That currently the only money available is $400,000, $4 million, and government looking at private sector making 2 million available. If you do priority and knowing how as our sector there is perceived, it will be challenging to finish the cathedral in the present day based on the documents there.
Did the past government know this?
Thank you.
Pardon?
Did they look
Kwadwo
into
said something, I think you didn't listen. And I told you before that you kept saying that board. For me, there is no board.
But this is a
You
press.
no,
This
you
is a
see,
statement.
sometimes we need to
Coca,
we need to speak.
no, we are having this
No,
is this
sometimes
is a
we need to
conversation.
walk and speak.
When you say there is
Constitution.
no board, you mean there is
once
no national
government is
cathedral
done.
board?
No, once a government is done, you are done. If you're an appointee,
Yeah, Kwadwo
and you are
said
still
that.
yes. So if you are using their documents as a status scope for a discussion, it is no
Nobody
basis.
is. Nobody is.
But you said they have released a document,
Okay.
and based on the document they have said this. And I told you
So
that I told you that Gusi Tano is the one
Listen,
championing
Coca,
the thing. Gusi Tano
Coca,
has made an emphatic statement
Coca.
that this is what they are going to do.
Coca.
So somebody sitting as a board, former board,
Coca.
it doesn't hold.
Coca, listen. Now, this is a statement that is out there in the public. You know, this show, apart from being informative, is supposed to be educational.
And I'm telling
for
you
everybody
that the
who
board
reaches-
is gone.
So Kojo did that.
Yes, so we don't need to use what they have said. What is
We
the way?
there was the need for it to be talked about. There was the need.
The person
For
has no-
educational purposes, there was the need for it to be talked
That
about.
somebody that has no locals has made a statement, then we should run with it.
So you agree that they have no...
I am telling you that when a government is done, a board is gone. So why are we
we
making
heard
references?
that. We are not making references, Coca.
There is a current president down who has his vision, and the vision is being championed by Gusitano.
Okay.
So if a former board member comes and say that, ebi a ye fino. Ni enkai na fe ni ebeka na kase mo adwuma time aso mo nko, but your beka no enya ade ese ye de ye adwuma.
Okay, yes, boss. Yes.
So, Kojo, let me quickly get into this.
All
The proposed Cultural Convention Center, has there been any detailed information of what is going to go into it? Has there been any, apart from it being, said there's going to be that. There's going to be the conversion into that.
No, I think that when the policy or the 8 pillars, as Koka said, was mentioned, one of it was the show 24, and that is what is bringing all these. So for them, they see it as more as wanting to then expand and give a real meaning in terms of economy-wise, in terms of recognition, and then in terms of building the proper infrastructures. I mean, for the creative space. The NDC, I recall, told us that they really will want to, go with a certain approach, and they call it the CAT approach. That is the culture, art, and tourism approach. So for them, they believe that culture sparks everything. If culture is one of the things that is very weak in the system, then it means that you are lost when it comes to your identity. You are lost when it comes to every single thing that is around you. So for them, they believe that using the CAT approach will be the best option, to deal with this. And of course, if you're going to, turn a whole, center, a whole like that into, a serious edifice to really position yourself within the space, I think that it serves rise. If you read the document in itself, it's voluminous, it's too big. But the point is that they are really justifying why they need to see the positioning of the culture, tourism, and art in this country. And for me, this is one of the very in-depth analysis that I've ever seen done on the creative space by the 24-hour document that I've seen, because I have not seen anything beyond this. The ones that I've seen are all things that we are only holding on to. For instance, we decided to get into the space to build amphitheaters. First, it was ultramodern theaters. Then we saw ourselves coming back down from ultramodern to renovation of existing theaters. Then we dropped from existing theaters renovation, which we spent almost about 3-point-something billion Ghana cedis. On it. Contractor was on site to make these things happen. We even need to go back and go and check whether indeed those monies are becoming another thing altogether. We reduced the whole renovation down to now building amphitheaters. No problem. We came down to the amphitheaters. We then reduced it again to say that the original amphitheaters in Okrano, we want to even expand it. Then a certain minister who is a deputy then came to tell us that we don't even hold too much event. So for instance, having that large seated theaters and all that is not necessary. Okay? Then so that is where we've seen ourselves being. We've not really truly touched the port very well. So if a present government is seeing the need that I am building a 24-hour economy, of which I see the tourism, culture, and the art playing a major role to see our GDP growth, more viable. Then for me, I think that it didn't fit for us to even see us, quick to do that. Now, bear in mind, I've heard, I think if Koka said that, then my memory serves me right, how much or what we're going to use in building that particular project. Again, what we should also know is that it is inclusive in the whole project of the 24-hour. So looking for money is not the problem of the government again. Government says, I'm going to give you seed money between 300 to 400 million. And already Guzitano is telling all of us that they've had promises that is over $2 billion. Okay, promises. And I pray that these promises turn into reality. If it doesn't turn into reality, then that's another matter. You understand? But for you to tell us that you have pledges that are even amounting to almost about 2 billion, then it tells me that it is something that will come up. So for me, then they know how much they're going to spend. We should trickle down to find out from them, how much are you going to spend? Just as Koka is asking, how much are you going to spend to get this edifice down there? But they've also told us certain areas that they're going to use. For instance, if the after, which is here, I mean, is the headquarters. I mean, they're going to, do collaboration with them. If they're going to do a private sector driven, 24-hour economy. I mean, who knows? I mean, these things can be reality. I'm not seeing it being done maybe in the next 2, 3, or 4 years, maybe in that span, because already the president has even told us that if he's going to create 1.7 million jobs, the span was 5 years for him. It's not even 4 years, it's not even 3 years, it is 5 years. Around that time, so that is a good projection that he's made. So for me, I think that it is wise for us to have it. And the creatives, we've cried for a long time. I mean, we sit on these same platforms and then we show ourselves what is happening with the O2s, what is happening with the Nigerians having one of the biggest areas for event centers and all that. We are the same people crying for these things. So now, if today, a president, a government that thinks about creatives in all the things that they do, to the extent that his 120 days, he even factored creatives into it by launching a certain product, the Black Star Experience. With all his things, he still continues to factor the creatives into it by giving us such, a space like that. I think we should grab it. I think by this time I should have seen a lot of press releases, a lot of attention, a lot of, talk about this thing with the creatives. But we are not talking about it. We are making it look like, it is, the ordinary thing. But when we get the opportunity, we sit down and then we say that, we are going to have our shows done in O2 Arena. I am looking for Burna Boy saying that I am coming to Ghana, to come and hold my festival or my show at the center. For me to then see flights upon flights, like the way Shatta go Jamaica way then talk, say, the airwaves were is it the airlines and blah, 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 were choked. We want to see the same thing happening here.
Right.
Okay? We want to see us also occupy the O2s here. We want to see the African continent also seeing and driving the attention. And indeed, creative is one of the most powerful, and I repeat, powerful tool that really is positioning the world. People saw it early, they mastered it, and they've done it. People have done it in such a way that it is not driven by now minerals again. Their best bet and minerals is the creative sector, is the tourism sector. So if today the man president now feels that within the 24, I will want to do this. For me, it is good. What if the 24-hour thing that he did, all the pillars, like some 8 years ago, they had better pillars, but they never factored the creative art into it. And I wrote about it. I'm not shy about that because I wrote about it. They were the same people who said they love the creatives, but they never had them in their pillars. Today, it is part of the 24. So what if it was not part of the 24? We were sat here to say that John Mahama Nyadie, the president and the government even didn't factor us into the space. And for me, I think that it is one of the biggest things that we need to do. I mean, even seeing the GTA report, even the 2024 report that I see, it tells me how focused and how we have the opportunity to really milk when it comes to tourism, art and culture in this country. So for me, if it is part of it, it is something that we need to do. We need to support it. I am looking for support for us to see this dream become a reality. I'm looking for somebody coming from Barbados, Bahamas, to say that I am coming here to do it. I need people to come in and say that they are scouters, just like people scout for countries like Malta. Malta is just some small country, but it's one of the biggest when it comes to movies in the world because they have scouters. They intentionally have people who go to Hollywood and other countries to bid for them to come, film in their country because they have sites, they have things. We need to also find the same thing happening to the show 24. And for me, I think that it is one of the best things that all of us need to support, whether you're MPP, NDC, or NDC, provided you are creative. We need to see the essence of what it is. If I'm wondering, anybody in the creative who will say this thing is not done, then he's not really a creative person. I'm not gonna lie you. That means that to you yourself, you know they.
Take notes.
Right. Long John.
Oh, with this conversation there, like Uncle rightly said, it's not really a big issue. I think it is in the right pattern if this government decides to sway it into a national cultural center. I believe that is very good because on a larger scale, if you have to look at the whole thing, the building, if you are supposed to go by the narrative of the previous government, the building is supposed to be a holy grounds, which is going to limit the number of people or the kind of events that can be held there.
Right.
You understand? And I believe in this country we have numerous edifices for those kind of gospel stuff. But looking at our creative space and how we lack modern day equipment and auditoriums, I believe it's in the right direction if you decide to take something like this and then run with it. Looking at this building, and per what I read online from Joy News, they were talking about it raking. That's the National Cathedral.
Right.
It would have raked over 90 million. 90 million under a gospel field, and then more than 90 million under a secular field. Which would you prefer? Because now it's not going to be just gospel.
Right.
It's going to have movie people, those who want to premiere, other event organizers and everything. And you see, look at, just be honest. Forget partisan and everything. Look at the in-depth analysis he has given. You are no holier than the Most High. Let's think about, look at where we are coming from first of all. Look at our country, how bad things are. And you want to, you see, when you speak, then people will say, we are here in this country, we call ourselves a Christian nation, and even the Muslims have been able to put out edifices. But the question is, did they ever use national, purse to build their edifices? Why must we Christians think we have the sole power to enter the national purse to build something for God, when indeed it is someone's personal pledge to God? Understand? I believe if we want to grow this country, and looking at the country we are coming from, where unemployment is very high, we have a lot of problems in this economic space, we decide to build a national something that will be for a Christian or a clan, a particular group of people. I believe we should broaden it, which is what this government is encouraging, and then we should support it. That's what I believe, because in this ecosystem right now, which is the creative, we lack a lot of things. Per what he even said, the narrative of the amphitheater and everything, how many of them have been completed? Today, people organize show at the National Theatre and complain about the AC. A lot of problems in all our, national, where conferences and stuff are held. Right. Because there's no, how do you call that thing? To keep the place up. You know,
maintenance.
The maintenance culture in our creative art is very poor. So keeping this place up is one of the problems. So having an edifice being built for a church, I mean, just gospel, make it make sense to me. When we have movie people, we have worldly people trying to do their own event and everything, and we can make money off them. We want to give it to just gospel. And you see, whether we like it or not, gospel is also a part of the creative art. Gospel is a part of it. So, for us to make money off one part, why don't we make it all inclusive so we can make money from the whole body?
But the National Cathedral promised that it was going to have a very big center where all of those events were still going to happen.
Let me be very honest.
It even had restaurants of over, I think, about 400
let me be
sitting capacity.
Let me be very honest. Let me be very honest. We are living in a supposed morally right country. If that cathedral is built in that name, it will be hard for certain programs to hold there. Take it from me.
Why do you think so?
I use the statement that we are living in a supposedly morally right country. If that cathedral,
but there's going to be a place purposely for worship.
Take it from me.
That is why it is a cathedral.
If it is a cathedral, look at the name.
Solely for worship.
Certain events will not be allowed to hold there.
Maybe that one will be at the top. Then down there, plenty things go.
What are you talking about? In this country, in the cathedral, I said certain events will not be allowed to hold. So it's better for us to have it in the creative space. Then there you can't hold anybody.
Make I help yourself.
Yeah.
If indeed they really wanted what you're saying, if it was something that was going to happen,
Right.
then the board should have seen a creative person on it. The board should have seen an independent or probably a neutral person who thinks like the way John is saying. But check the board, check the setup.
Only men of God.
Only men of God. I mean, who was there again to do anything that will go beyond the creative?
No, but
the
Kojo, if you say that one, I totally disagree because
if so, if not, then
so the 24-hour economy.
Yes.
Who represents the creative industry?
It is not a board, remember. 2, for them to put this thing, down,
So-
they met the creatives. They've done whatever they want to.
I really don't want
Hold
to
on.
go there.
Hold on.
Oh, let's go there. Let's
No,
go there.
I don't want to
Hold
go
on.
there
Make
because
we go, make we
what,
go.
what
I
I'm
have
saying
something to
is
say about this.
what I'm saying is one, as much as we feel and respect this document as somebody's wisdom or somebody's is a direction, is a vision that needs to be shaped. That is the same way somebody envisaged that the cathedral will do day. But added to it that this is what I want to honor God with because I said this. No matter how we see it,
Honor who? God.
as much as he said that, he will never take it away. If he had finished it, whoever wants to use it today, when he's no more, would have used it without his permission. You understand it?
Right.
So we should look at how we want to get it. And I like what Kojo said, the details of what he said. And the document is 22 pages. When you take the National Agenda for Productivity, Competitiveness and Inclusive Growth, the 24-hour Economy Accelerated Export Development Program, is from page 152 to 172. The whole document is there. You understand and everything that is there. For me, it's a good document, but the how to arrive at here, the projections that if I do this, I will get this, we will get this. That is for me what is missing. For me, that is a grave area. But then again, I come back and I say, hang on. This is a policy direction. So right now, I want to see the one who championed the 24 show. He should tell me, taking the document, how he is going to get parts of the proposed revenue, the proposed funding, and how he's going to turn around the job creation, the revenue projections. That is what I'm looking for.
Can I-
Because
Can I answer that? I'm
How
coming.
is that person's personality, if disclosed, how is that personality going to contribute to the execution of this?
I'm coming.
you heard what he said.
Can I answer that?
If you don't
Can I answer
have
that? Can I
no,
answer
you,
that?
you see, we
All right.
always take things out of context. He said the cathedral didn't have creatives.
Creatives.
And I said, I agree.
Okay.
And I said, as much as we respect this, do we have creatives in this? He's giving me an overview that this is the document.
Okay.
Now, the 8 pillars,
8 pillars.
they will have the drivers. And I'm saying that I'm looking at the one who will champion it. It doesn't. And
That is why the government
Never.
has appointees.
Hold on.
The American own
hold on.
you still not getting
Let me answer him. I'm coming. Let me answer him.
All right.
You
Long
see,
John
you
would
think
want
you
to-
understand what I'm
Long
saying?
John
I
would want to
understand
come.
What do I mean?
He said he can answer.
You want to understand the details going into this national cathedral.
It's not
With
the
regards
details.
to
It means who is going to
The board,
champion.
yes, the board
And that
its
is not
leadership.
what I'm asking for. Akojo, I hope you get my point. My point is 4 billion. There is a projection. That is what it will cost us. There are pledges. That is what is available. Government is saying, I will give this. There are 8 pillars. How much is coming to us? What we have. How much can we make
Okay.
with what we
So
have?
you're talking about accountability.
No,
so
no
that
accountability.
We know who to hold
No, it is
responsible
not
for
that.
what.
I am still. I'm saying you need to do projections that these are my revenue streams. These revenue streams, these are the job creation it will give. So the how is
I'm
that.
coming. I'm coming.
What we have
hold
now-
on.
Okay.
I want
have read
Coca to
the
understand.
document
I'm coming.
A to
I want
Z.
Coca to understand.
I
this.
know what I'm talking about.
Let him finish.
I know what I'm speaking about.
Okay.
I'm saying I want to know, okay, the project we are going about in any way, the Black Star, what's the name? The Black Star experience did not feature here. The Big Push did not feature here. And then the Cathedral did not feature here.
Okay.
You get me? So I'm saying that I am now looking at the person who will drive it because there need to be a synchronization and then a wider plan that this will what will create the jobs for the creatives. This is how the revenue streams will come. And our GDP was 2.5. We are going to 5 or we are going to 6, and this is where the areas will be. That is what I'm looking at.
Can I say something?
Okay, Long John.
You see, I want Coca to understand this. There's a government that has been in power for 6 months now. Right? So what you are holding is their policy document, which is more or less like the manifesto with which they used to campaign. Right?
No,
so
this is not.
I'm coming.
Okay.
Hold on. This is what this was part of their vision they used to win the election.
Okay.
Whether I
The
like it or not.
24-hour economy
Yes.
was part of it.
So what you are holding doesn't mean, of course, as they are now in power, they are now building sub folders and
But have you read the document?
No, not entirely, but I've read a bit of it. Page 154, I've been there. I'm reading through. But what I want you to understand.
But you're not done.
I'm not done.
Oh.
But what I want you to understand is.
Then why
the
don't you
details
hold on
need-
when you are done?
No,
Then
hold
we
on.
can have a detailed
Fine,
conversation.
but I want you to
Allow
understand
him,
this.
so we also hear.
You need in-depth details, and it's perfectly right. But some of these details you need, of course, we are now in a government where they are still appointing. All these things, to me, I believe, will come when the right structures have been built. Currently, they only made an announcement. This is the new phase we are going to enter.
And
So-
Coca is saying that
Hold on, I'm coming.
with all of this that they've put together, it is good. But there are certain things that he was looking forward to seeing. Or that's not what you're saying.
Yes.
And I'm saying those
And
things.
who is championing
Hold on.
that?
Good. So with what you are asking, you want to know who is championing. And I'm saying they are still appointing people, right? I think yesterday.
If you get my point, Kwadwo made an excellent point that the first mistake we did with the Cathedral was that we purported to be a creative a cathedral that has both the three elements: culture, arts, and tourism. But if you look at the board, there was no representation there. And I'm asking that with this document, do we have a representation? Then I said, going forward, I am looking forward to see the one who will champion the show 24 and how the policies and the targets and the projections will stand out.
But don't you think that whoever or the team that puts this together are those championing it?
Then there are no
Because
creative-
they are leading,
Then
that
they
is
are
why
no,
they put this
Then there are
together.
no creative people in there.
I think clearly what we should be knowing is that so the first off the 24-hour economy has a leader,
Right.
and that's Gusi Tando,
Yes.
right, championing the cause of the 24-hour. Now in that office, they've met every single person who is needed within the 24-hour for them to come up with that 8 pillars that they have.
Right.
Now these 8 pillars, okay, will be championed by certain, institutions. And these are the ministries that we have. So, for instance, if you're talking about the issue of the creatives, which we are talking about, there's a Ministry of Tourism, Culture, and Creative Art. You understand? There is Creative Art Agency. There are other agencies. There are GTAs. All these people are there to champion a certain cause, to project what it is that they need to do. Are we not here? We're seeing that GTDC, even before this, started this night tour with the bus that they were doing. Night tourism that they're doing. As we speak, GTA is even moving into that same 24-hour economy thing for them to also spark or activate. As we speak, the port, as we speak, DVLA, all those people are activating somewhat. This same 24-hour of which is in the document that forms the 8 pillars. So if today DVLA is doing, if today GTA is doing, if tomorrow Port is doing it, you ask yourself, Port is under which ministry?
Right.
You should ask
the Port
yourself.
24 is already there. There's nobody clearing cars at night.
There's what?
There's nobody clearing cars at night.
And
Oh no, be there and check. You
There's
understand?
nobody. You see,
Okay.
there's
No,
a
but
system.
okay.
If they
I have
activate,
seen people-
if they activate the system,
If-
Yes.
even-
okay, people will
Again,
get
the
used
banking-
to it.
Now,
I've
even
not
before,
seen the
even before
banking
24,
working
the 24
at night.
economy is activated. I know
You see,
people, and I
we
believe
should-
we
we
all know
should- we
people
should have in mind
at
that
the port who work
under
late
the
into the
campaign,
night, sometimes at 12
under the
a.m.
drive, it was more like one job, 3 shifts. You get me?
Of course.
Yes. So
So-
right
so-
now,
so to-
I'm looking at Roverman.
Uh-huh.
How we'll be able to make money in the afternoon when everybody is at job, that workers will go, that those are the things I want to see, the policy direction and how structures are in place
Coca.
to run it.
When
No.
even
Okay,
now when
finish.
Roverman
Uh-huh.
organizes events.
Yes.
Okay. There's been events at 7 p.m.
Yes.
When people are at work. That is why
7 p.m.
Yes. When people are at work, even at 10 p.m., people are still working and people still show up for events. Okay, do not make it seem as if this is not possible.
No, I've never. No. We are never saying
Yeah,
that
but
it's
you're
not possible.
asking the question
I am
that-
saying that I want. Those are the things I want to see with the policies and then revenue streams and other things. That is what I'm asking to see. I have never doubted any policy.
Right.
I am not doubting the policy, but I want to see how it will run, how it will get more people jobs, how Sheldon can run at night and everything live and all those things. That's what I'm asking. So in our discussion, that is what I want to see.
Right, Coca. I strongly believe that there has to be a part 2 of this.
Hey!
Yes, because we need a lot of time. But the unfortunate thing is our time is
No, but
our time is up.
Kojo will
And,
be more here. So because
yes, Kojo,
we need-
we'll be so happy to have you.
Yeah.
Next, on the next episode, we're having the likes of Ola Michael. We're having Kojo Preko on again. We're going to be having Coca on, and then 2 other personalities, and it's going to be even hotter than today. But today, I'm going to take your final words, and then we'll have to wrap up for today. We promised to bring a
now I
part
want you
2
to
of
ask him
this.
his opinion on the
discussion.
university, UPSC, the dressing.
That is that is that we do not want to go into that today.
Why?
But then on your final opinions, let me ask. I'll start from you, Long John. What do you have to say about all this Igbo Kingdom saga that has been in the news?
I think it's a non-starter conversation, and I think our constitution itself says it all. You can't leave another country and come and start your own kingdom in this country. I mean, it's clear. So for you to even come and say you have a land, you are going to start your own kingdom and everything, I think by now he should know where he stands. And if he decides to do or go ahead with his plans,
Right.
he should be ready to face the consequences. That's it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Your final words, Kojo.
Well, I think that what I would say is that at the creative sector, I think we should be more driven now with serious issues. I think that the system is really shaping, so we need to, go with it. Right. We sat down for digitalization to take over us, and we're still talking CD matters and still talking, we're lacking.
Right.
Now, the system in itself is repositioning. I think we need to be more driven policy. I think we need to be driven more with the things that will really give birth to sustainability, infrastructure, and all that. We have had this weak system, and I think that it is high time the creatives get into that space, because if the one who is not even creative is forcing us to think and get ourselves into the realities of how creatives should behave within the space, I think that it's our time we need to start learning and see ourselves talk about topics like this. Okay, we should have programs like this that speak to issues of this nature, so that they also learn and then can really apprehend and then get closer. I mean, to policymakers, because policymakers, if we don't speak, if we don't give them the data, if we don't speak what it is, I mean, they can't really help us, and that has been a problem from days. I mean, years, and we don't want to be in the same trap again.
Right.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Kojo. Koka, final words.
I think I support Kojo on that we have allowed our space to be positioned as an entertainment. But if you always see or project this word, creative business, culture, and tourism, you understand that it is the only industry that never goes to sleep. When people are bored, when people are busy, we are gathering, and then we show and entertain them. And the cause of entertainment, our three arms of government even struggles to appreciate or understand us. Today, if anybody wants anything in history, they have to depend on content we have created, stories we've written to get there. We need funds to do a lot of publications and a lot of things. And we need to build this industry so that we institute proper royalty collection, so that the musician at any time is making money, but the state is making more. Because if America, war is going on in Israel, but their tourism, go and check, their tourism is still the highest. So we need to look at all these things and then position ourselves that our children will not question us. Because our forefathers, they brought the music. How are we managing the space for music to give us the other future? But next week, we'll look at the CDs, CD versus digital. We'll look at the CD versus digital and how we can take advantage to grow our industry.
Right. And so this has been Showbiz on KSS with Her Excellency Nana Amofuswa. Thank you so much, Long John the blogger, for joining us today. Thank you so much, Kojo Dankwa, for joining us. And thank you, Koka, for joining us. See you again next week.